Hey finders, and welcome back to Fortune Finds, and welcome to this month's beauty roundup video. I have never uploaded a Project Pan video here on my channel, but this is not new. This has pretty much been around since the creation of YouTube. Project Pan is simply, picking a curated small collection of beauty products that you want to commit to, that you want to essentially hit pan on, so you want to finish them up. So I have used all these products before, so I have a pretty good sense of the best ways to use them, the worst ways to use them. So I'm literally just giving you a mini review of all these products. This will not be the only makeup that you see me put on, but just know if I sit down and I'm not talking about the makeup that's on my face, this is most likely the makeup that is on my face. I will do a 6-month check-in with you, so we will talk about these products again in June, and then we will see if I was able to complete them by December. Before we go ahead and get to the products, make sure that you subscribe and ring the bell before the conclusion of this video. I would love for you to become a part of my little Fortune Finds family here on YouTube. Help me get to my 2021 goal of 2,000 subscribers. I think we can do it, but nonetheless, I love each and every one of you, and I appreciate the time that you spend here supporting me and watching all of my content. So that being said, let's go ahead and hop into this Project Pan Beauty Roundup video. Nars Radiance Primer with an SPF of 35 kind of gives you a little bit of shimmer to the skin. It's definitely a dewy kind of vibe, and this is just like, look, it's literally pink. The bottle is pink, my watch is pink, my makeup is pink, my lipstick is pink. Like, I just really freaking love pink. If you guys know me and my channel, like, I like a good moisturizer as a primer. I kind of have become really low maintenance when it comes to primer, but this does give a really nice sheen to the skin, brings that luminosity from within. Another priming-ish, but it's more of like a color corrector, Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. This literally covers up your dark circles. Kind of has like that salmony shade, so that salmon shade is going to color correct the darkness that is underneath your eyes, and it does a really nice job. If you don't like concealer, you could just put this on with the warmth of your finger, make it a really thin layer, not throw any concealer on, and it's going to pretty much auto-tune, auto-correct your under eye circles. It's pretty freaking good. This is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. I do not have a lot of this left. This was like my go-to holy grail foundation for a hot minute. I think I can definitely finish this, hopefully by the mid-year mark. This was the first product I think Influencer ever sent me. If you don't know what Influencer is, you can go ahead and just go to influencer.com. You can sign up, create an account, and essentially search for products, rate them, review them, and you can read other people's reviews, which you guys know I love reviews because clearly I'm a pretty big review channel and a product hoarder. So they'll send you an email that's like, are you right for our next box, which is basically where they send you a free product, and all you have to do is honestly give your thoughtful review on it. I really love this. This was by far the best cream foundation I've ever used. I don't think I picked this up once in 2020, so I'm curious to see if I still love it. Nars Natural Radiant Longwear. This was my absolute favorite foundation forever. It looks really nice on camera, but in real life you can kind of see it's like a little textured in some of my troubled areas where I have some dry spots. So I always recommend this foundation. I think that it is great. However, less is definitely more. If you pack too much of this on, which I think I kind of did a little too much today. I usually go in with a damp beauty sponge and apply this, but today I decided to use a brush. It's really nice, gives a nice satin finish, and it doesn't break me out. It's nice on my sensitive skin. Always be sure to shake this because this foundation will separate. I am so sick of all of my concealers. I wish I could just throw them all out, but I spent all my money on them and I need to just see them through. A drugstore one that I cannot have a lot left of because I literally use this every day when I used to go to work Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. This is the Kokie Be Bright Illuminating Concealer. It doesn't have too much coverage, but it has kind of like an apricot shade to it. So it doesn't give a lot of coverage, but it really helps to color correct any dark circles that you have underneath your eyes. And it gives a really nice light layer of concealer because it is so thin. So if you're someone that has a lot of fine lines around your eyes, or maybe you don't like to powder underneath your eyes after applying concealer, this will dry really nicely, really beautifully. You don't need to set it, and it's really not going to migrate into the fine lines of your eyes unless of course you put too many layers of it on. I'm so effing sick of my Tarte Shape Tape. I bought that. I always call it Shart. Does anyone else? I always say Shart Shape Tape and it's like disgusting, but I bought my Tarte Shape Tape and I was like obsessed with it, okay? It was like all the rage. Everyone was talking about it. Everybody loved it, bought it, used it for like a couple months, lost it, literally ran to Ulta when I couldn't find it. And you know how that goes. You go, you buy another one, you use it a couple times, and then you find the old one. So I went through one. I'm still on the replacement one that I bought, and I'm just over it. I'm sick of it. I have been having a lot of issues underneath my eyes with the whole wearing a mask. I just have very irritated under eyes, and this is just like a heavy concealer. It's just a thick concealer. It irritates any irritation that I have under my eyes further, so I'm just ready to be done with it. You guys know that I really love this, especially because I have been really disliking my concealers lately. I'm just over them. And sometimes they don't give me the right amount of coverage that I want. So I always say when you want to take a foundation or a concealer to the next step of coverage, invest in a powder foundation, because it's gonna set your face, it's gonna powder your face, and it's also gonna give you more coverage because it's a foundation. And I did use this a lot the past 6 months towards the end of 2020. Woke up in the morning, worked out, washed my face, threw on a moisturizer, let that sink into my skin, and then I would just take a fluffy brush and pat this over any areas of my face that are red. I get very red around my mouth. It kind of just gives like a nice coverage without really looking like you're wearing any makeup, especially on a Zoom call. It really does wonders. This is a trial size of the Hourglass Veils Translucent Setting Powder, but I gotta be honest, I don't think it would last your average Joe this long because I am a powder addict. Like for someone who is as freakishly dry as I am freakishly obsessed with powders. I love a good setting powder. I bought this because I just wanted to try it. Again, this was like an instance where I'm really happy that I bought a trial size. I always say if a product comes in a trial size, get the trial size because you're not committing to a full size. And if you don't like it, you didn't waste the full amount of money. You wasted half the amount of money. I do like this, but I don't like this, okay? It's really nice for those of you who have dry skin, but I don't like how it sets underneath my eyes because it kind of gives a little hint of luminosity, a little bit of sheen to the skin. So I don't want my under eyes to be shiny. I kind of like them to be matte, especially if you are someone that, again, like me, has irritation or any kind of texture. It's going to bounce light off of it. And anything that bounces light off of it brings, attention to it. I'm very, very dry on my chin, so I'll put this on my chin. And I also don't have a very prominent chin, so it'll help to set my chin without drying out my chin and bring a little bit of light to my chin, so it'll make my chin look a little bit more prominent. You see what I'm saying here? I also really like this to set my forehead because I do like to highlight the center of my forehead anyway. So anywhere where I'm okay with bringing a little bit of light and attention to, that's where I like to use this to set. I'm thinking I'm going to use the J.Cat for underneath my eyes to help up my concealer coverage. And then on days where I'm having a good skin day, I will go ahead and use this. Definitely setting myself up for success with this one. This is the Nars Orgasm Blush. Okay, I've clearly already hit pan, but there is still a decent amount of product in here. I'm wearing this blush today. I really love this. This brings back a lot of really fond memories, honestly. It really brings me back to like college. In college, I was addicted to shopping. Not addicted, that sounds very dramatic, but I was a really big clothing lover. I would go to the mall and I wouldn't think to go to Sephora. I would never think to go to Ulta. I would just go and buy clothes at Forever 21, H&M. I was a fashion blogger. I used to have a fashion blog called Fortune Teller Fashion. My major in college was marketing with a fashion merchandising minor, and I was in all of these marketing classes with this girl named Amanda, and one day we were just like, hello, hi, we're in every single class together, let's hang out. So her and I would actually have Panera dates like every week. We would pick one night of the week to go because there was a Panera right next to our school. She was like super into makeup, like so into makeup, and like I was just not. I really wasn't concerned with waking up and putting a full face of makeup on. I was more concerned with waking up and picking out a cute outfit. Like that was kind of like where I was at. One night we were at Panera and she was just like talking about Nars Orgasm Blush, because I think this was around the time where Orgasm was becoming like a big thing. So she was talking to me about it. She was talking to me about all this makeup, and I was just like, you know what? Take me to Sephora. Let me drop $30 that I have no right dropping on a blush. This was my first ever high-end makeup product that I've ever bought, and I'm pretty sure this was the first thing that I ever bought at Sephora. It's pretty crazy, honestly, to sit here and think about like where I was to where I am now. Pretty cool, honestly. So fond memories. I love this, and sentimental for sure. But I would like to finish it. Mike and I went on a Target run because that's literally the only place that we go to. And do you want to know something? Every time we go to Target, the only thing that we buy is chocolate. Literally. We go to buy chocolate and candy. And we probably go on a weekly basis because, you know, there's really nothing to do because COVID times. So he went to go return something at Target the second that we got there. And I went to the makeup section because hello, where else would I go? There was an honest section at Target. And I picked up the peach cream blush. And I was looking at it. I was like, ooh, girl, I would love to take you home. I haven't bought a new makeup product in a hot minute. I really want this. This is beautiful. Let me just treat myself. So I put it in my cart, went to go check out. And as the woman went to scan it, I was like, I'm sorry. Actually, I don't want that. Because I said to myself, you have an Honest Beauty blush that you have not hit pan on. You have not made a dent in. Dedicate your time to the blush. And this is literally the instance that prompted this whole Project Pan video. I have used this so many freaking times. This is my second favorite cream blush. My first favorite is definitely MAC's Glow Play. Those are amazing, but these are half the price. If you have not tried these, get your hands on these. But my hope is to really go in on this one so that by the spring and summer, I can buy that peach one and I could be rocking a cute little peachy cheek the entire spring and summer season. I feel like you guys are gonna have like PTSD when I say the name of this bronzer because this was literally the bronzer that I used in every effing video in 2019. Golden gal, golden gal, golden gal. Is that ringing a bell? 2020 just wasn't a big year for makeup. It just wasn't, you know? I feel like I didn't do my makeup half the amount of times that I typically do my makeup in your typical year. But I love this shade. This is such a good color for my skin tone. If you have a similar skin tone, I would totally recommend this. I used the crap out of this and I really think I can hit pan. I really think I could do it by the end of this year. Makeup Forever Profusion Light 1. I am wearing this highlighter today. It looks very blinding in the monitor, but it's also very natural. I like it because it's like a neutral highlighter. Like you kind of look at it and you're like, oh, that's cool toned. But then it hits the light in a different way and you're like, oh, that's warm toned. Very universal highlighter. Like this looks beautiful on everyone and anyone. Again, I've had this forever and I don't know. Like, do we think I'll hit pan? Maybe. I picked quite a few lip products, which I feel like is defeating the purpose of being able to get through them because how am I supposed to get through all these lip products? But hey, I'm a determined girl and I like to think that when I put my mind to something, I can do it. So KKW lip liner in 0.5. It's just like your typical brownie pink. I like a good brownie pink. That's just my kind of vibe when it comes to lip liner. I want to try creamier lip liners. So I picked this one because it's creamier than MAC and NYX, but it also goes really well with the other lip products that I chose. My liquid lips. Okay, I picked a variety. I picked liquid lips, I picked a traditional lipstick, and I picked lip glosses because I have a lot of moods. I can't just like commit to one lip product. I can't do it. So these are the kind of liquid lips that are a little bit moussey. So if you put them on, they're not going to be transfer proof. They're definitely not mask proof, but if you go in, put a dab on your lips and then pat it out with your finger, you have a better chance of them being transfer proof. So these are the Bare Minerals matte lipsticks. I'm wearing Infamous today, but I typically wear Slay the most. I'm almost out of Slay, the one that I'm not wearing, the purple one. So I think I can definitely get through this by June. And I really do think that once I go through them, I will repurchase these. Shame on you, Fortune, because I have no purpose. I have no right talking about this brand. Kylie Jenner. I love her. I think she's a boss ass bitch. You know, clearly she is doing something right. She has a multi-billion-dollar brand or $1 million brand. I don't really know. It's a lot more than I got. So either way, it is what it is. I find that like, you know, for her products, they could be so much better. I don't know. That's just how I feel. It's a really nice nude tone. I'll go ahead and put it on the back of my hand right here. It's just a good tone. It's like the perfect nude gloss for me. It's beigey with a little bit of pink in it. Sexy, like dark brown. Oh God, that's gonna give a really nice pout. I like the shades. I like the formulation. Effing hate the doe foot. It's like I always like something and then have to hate something when it comes to any of her products. So that's just how I feel. And then last but not least, my typical lipstick. This is MAC in the shade Faux. You guys have seen me wear this before. Again, it's a nudish mauve pink. I love a nudish mauve pink. I love a nudish beigey pink. I can do this. I bought a backup because I know I'm gonna finish this one. I don't want MAC to discontinue this nude lipstick because this is my favorite nude lipstick. Leave this video video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know down below in the comment section. Do you own any of the products that I mentioned today? Are you going to do a project pan yourself? Let me know what products you are determined to hit pan on. Make sure that you subscribe and ring the bell before you leave. I had a wonderful time as always. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and wish me luck in hitting pan on all of these products. Bye, finders. Mwah.